Hi, this is Kara, and this is DIY on the House. I have been super excited to be able to share on these videos how to weave rugs. We have been weaving just standard rugs. I have two different looms that I can make a bigger one, a smaller one. We've even made a loom to make small hot pads. But the problem is, if you want to make a really big rug, what do you do? So today I'm going to show you how you can take multiple rugs, piece them together, and make a beautiful runner for the floor or a large rug. So we'll get started. The loom that we use, Ross put together a video for you. We actually have two different size looms that we use. So you can use either size for these rugs. We also have a video on how to make a small loom for a hot pad holder. I wouldn't suggest piecing these together for a rug, but I did piece a few of these together to make a table runner that turned out super cute. So first I'm going to show you how to take these two rugs, put them end to end to make a rug runner for the floor. Then I'm going to take out what I did, and I'm going to put them together sideways to make a larger rug. So the challenge that you have is when you start weaving these, you want the two rugs to be as similar as possible. So you need to make sure you have enough fabric that you can carry the different fabric through the entire rug. I probably have 10 to 15 different patterns of scraps and sheets and curtains in these. I wanted to make sure I had enough to do both rugs so that when we put them together, they looked seamless. So here we get started. Okay, to make a runner, you're going to be threading your warping fabric together. I wanted to make sure both of these rugs used the same color warp, so it's a burgundy color here. And so I am going to take fabric that I used in the rug, and I am going to basically lace them together. So I'm using a crochet hook, just a medium-sized crochet hook. So put your hook in the first warp and pull it over. And so you're going to want to use the same method. So like when I was using this fabric throughout, I made sure I folded while I was weaving so that this pattern was showing. That's the same thing you want to do on your lacing here so that you cannot tell where it was laced and where it wasn't. So I'm going to put my hook through the other side and draw it up. I am going to purposely make these tails mismatched in length because I don't want a solid seam back and forth of the same color. So just going to lace like you do basically a pair of shoes. So this one, it needs to come down. And when I've been doing these, I haven't pulled them super tight in the beginning. So go a couple stitches and then you pull them up tight. Just sort of like you do on shoes. So now we have this one needs to come up. Okay, so this is my short tail. After I pull it through here, so I'm going to do the same thing and just attach another strip on the end of that so that when I am lacing, not going to be able to tell where one rug stopped and the other one started. So far this is what we have, and it seems to be turning out really good. I went across, and as I was doing this, obviously I'm doing this so that the camera can see it. It's really much easier to lay it on the table, so I had it laying on a table. So what I found as I got into the rhythm, always put your hook from the bottom and pull it down through, and it went much faster and a little bit less confusion. So here's the next piece on the opposite side. Pull it from the back of the rug, go to this one, pull it from the back of the rug. It went really fast. So literally I was probably off camera for, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. So here it is with the seam showing that you can sew two of them together, and it is really very, very masked. I just think this is super, super cool. I'm gonna put the same backing on the back of this and just slip stitch it in place. I use, here's a rug that I finished previously. It's just the foam shelf liner that you can get in Walmart. I can have a link down below of where you can order it as well. So here we have the rug runner, and I am actually going to tear this apart and put it together sideways so that you can see what it looks like sideways. So once I get this torn apart, we'll be back on the camera to show you how to put it together when they're going sideways. Okay, I've taken the runner apart so that now I can show you how you would assemble them if you wanted a larger square rug. Then you would put the rugs together lengthwise. And so the same design idea applies. It's just a little different because you don't have the warp ends, the warp loops, I should say. You're going to feed the fabric in the same way, bend it over and pull it through on both sides, and do the same lacing motion. And as I said on the runner, that I just found it is a lot easier to just always go from the back of the project and pull your fabric up and down that way, and that gives you the same effect that you were weaving all along. So this is actually a very fast process once you get your rhythm going. Just put this up, and again I purposely have the tails mismatched in length because I want them to be able to have different colors. I don't want just a solid seam of a color. So now it's this one's turn, and you're going to pull it down. And you just kind of have to keep looking to the back to see which turn is next, because it does start blending together here. So we're going to pull that one through. And speaking of the back, this is what it looks like. It's just it looks the same on the front. You just draw it up tight, so here you can tell that this is the one that needs to come over here next. And I'm going to continue all the way down and show you what it looks like when it is done. Well, I hope you are as excited as I am for these rugs. Here is what it looks like when you sew the rugs together by the side seam. It's just absolutely mind-blowing that I can hardly tell where the seam is. And so I really, really love this effect. Again, we'll put backing on the back. You just have to slip stitch your backing on because it is really slippery without the backing. So these rugs were using the 17 by 33, I believe, Loom. So I made two rugs that were identical. So by putting these two together, you end up with almost a square rug. This one measures to be about 32 by 33. Runner itself measured to be 17 by about 64 inches. And that's almost impossible to do. You can't really manhandle a loom that big. So this is opening up an amazing amount of possibilities by putting these two rugs together. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. We truly appreciate you tuning in to DIY on the House. Hit the subscribe button and check back often for more videos. Thanks so much.